we are 53rd time we are getting together, but it looks like we are live now. So welcome everybody from across all the social networks and the world. Welcome to another day on planet Earth, and welcome to joining us again in this emotional freedom technique tapping session live stream where we're getting together today, already the 53rd time. It's Monday the 8th of June, and for those of you who are new in joining us, we are tapping on stress, anxiety, anger, fear, worry, frustration, overwhelming, and all the other negative emotions which are weighing us down in these unprecedented trying times. And we've been finding relief together. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach. I'm a leadership coach. I'm the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom. And I'm on the mission to keep us all mentally and spiritually safe in these difficult times. For those of you who are joining us regularly, you know how powerful tapping is. With tapping, we are taking the power, our power, right back by calming us down and by allowing ourselves to restore. So what is tapping for those of you who are new in joining us? Now, first of all, you have to know that you have to have your hands clean because we will be also touching our face. So hygiene is still of utmost importance. So what is tapping? Tapping brings together two worlds. It brings together the world of the ancient Chinese acupressure, where we apply pressure with our fingertips on certain meridian points on our body, and the meridian points being the end points of our meridian lines, which is the energy network within our body. And research has proven over and over again that when we suffer emotionally or from physical pain, we have energy blockages within the meridian lines within the energy network. And through us tapping on the certain meridian points, which I'll be showing in a second, we are releasing the pressure, we are releasing the blockage, and we are allowing the energy to flow. Now, the second world, which is also hugely important, is the world of the modern psychology, where we address in our own words what is going on for us, where we take the time in the day to tune in with ourselves, to tune in with what our body is telling us, to tune in with our emotions, but to tune in with how we feel. And even though it may be a negative emotion, emotional pain, hence emotional pain, even though it may be painful emotionally, even though it's anger, stress, anxiety, sadness, that we tune in with that emotion and we listen to what it has to say, essentially. But tune in the sense that we acknowledge that we can feel it, we acknowledge where in our body we can feel it, and by tapping and us acknowledging, taking the time to honestly listen to ourselves and be there for ourselves in a supportive way, in the same way we would be there for a friend if we saw them suffering, we are taking the power of those emotions, the hold these emotions have over us, away from them in a good way. You see, in our society we are trained not to spend too much time on negativity and to just push on and focus on what we want to do. But know that this is not about focusing on negativity. It's about acknowledging what is going on for you and respecting those emotions for what they are and listening to them, to what they have to say. Because I'm a genuine believer that our emotions are trying to tell us something. And if we don't address these emotions, if we carry them around for a long time, like resentment, anger, frustration, then they can result in physical pain as well. So by us taking the time in the day to honestly acknowledge what is going on for us and listen to what our body is communicating to us, through tapping, we're taking our power back. So why is tapping right now so hugely important in these unprecedented times, but even once the lockdown is finished? You see, what we have to know is that our brain is a 2 million year old brain, and the primary function of our brain is to protect us, to keep us safe. If you ever thought about the brain's main task being to keep us happy, that's not the brain's job to keep us happy, that's our job. The brain has one primary function, is to protect us, to keep us safe. There's a part of the brain called the amygdala, and it's the fight or flight center, which is always vigilantly looking out for danger. And when it picks up danger, it reacts a certain way. Now, imagine way back when we're still chased by tigers and lions. For us, observing what is going on by having this reality of the tiger facing us, we are sending, through our senses, danger signals to our brain. The amygdala picks it up and reacts. It sends a chemical boost, so to speak, consisting of cortisol, the stress hormone, adrenaline, endorphins into our system, which make us react. Our heart starts beating faster. It pumps blood faster through our system to our muscles. We start breathing faster, oxygenizing the blood. And as a side effect, we start sweating a lot. All this to get us ready to fight the animal or to run away from that physical danger. Now, fast forward to today, we are more often than not faced with emotional danger than physical danger. Of course, we also experience physical danger, and we know that our bodies react. But we don't always consciously acknowledge the emotional danger having this effect on our bodies as well, because the amygdala reacts in a more calmer way, but it's still reacting. So this emotional danger comes in form of fear of uncertainty, fear of financial insecurity, fear of losing one's job in this current climate, fear of falling ill, fear of what will be, not knowing. All this worry and all this lack of uncertainty are the key components to stress. And stress and fear equals us perceiving to be in danger. We are sending danger signal to our brains, and it's easy to observe what is going on around us in our immediate environment and further news internationally. We are observing the fact, the reality of what is, and we humans are very good at focusing on what is and reacting in that way. So we are sending the amygdala the danger signals to which the amygdala responds. Now, it's not unless we have panic attacks or anxiety attacks that we experience the full-blown experience bodily reaction. But even if it's more subtle, we're still sending danger signals to our brain, to which our brain responds and sends cortisol, adrenaline, endorphins into our systems, which make us react more subtly. It's almost like we are running an emotional marathon in the background, and that explains why most of us, even though most of us are working from home or have been working from home, why we have been feeling so tired, knackered in fact, because emotionally it's been a tough ride. So why EFT right now? EFT helps us, emotional freedom technique. It really literally helps us to free our mind. You see, as you can imagine, functioning in the way of I have just described, in the way of living in emotional danger, where we perceive the emotional danger to be around us, and allowing our bodies to suffer in that way has a detrimental effect on our body, on our sleep, on our spiritual, mental well-being, on our immunity. And through tapping, we take our power back in the sense that we calm right down, regardless of what the outside, the external situation dictates, regardless of what we observe to be real around us. We are giving ourselves the permission to relax, and once we calm down, we allow our bodies to restore themselves. And our bodies know exactly what to do when they're not feeling that they are in danger. When our brain is calm and doesn't feel in danger, our bodies, our sleep, our immune system knows exactly how to restore and repair and boost themselves. And this is exactly what we are doing for emotional freedom technique. We're taking our power back and fast. And EFT offers relief really, really fast. Research has proven that within a matter of minutes, we can reduce the cortisol levels by more than 40%. And that's a dramatic decrease and serves us all well. And when we tap together, when we get together in sessions such as this, even though it's just virtually, from a mass conscious perspective, we are amplifying the benefits and the relief for all of us. So that's why it's a great and wonderful and necessary way of how to start the day, tapping, because once we are calmed down and once we are relaxed and restore ourselves and we are in the state of mind of well-being, we take different, much better decisions, and we have a much better experience of the day and life in general. But as they say, words don't teach, the experience does, the experience of life, and the EFT does. So let's get straight to it. The 9 tapping points we will be focusing on are the karate chop point, the side of our hand right here. We are tapping quite firmly, at least 7 times. Then the beginning of the eyebrows right here, followed by the side of the eyes. You can choose to tap on one side or another. The meridian lines run on both sides of our body. Then underneath the eyes, you can choose to tap with 2 or more fingers. It's up to you, as long as we get that pleasure or pride. Underneath the nose, chin, the crack below the lip right here. Collarbone around 2-4 inches below. Then underneath the armpit, around 4 inches below, as a guide for women where the brow line sits, followed by the top of our head, which completes the tapping cycle. All you have to do if you're new and joining us is to trust the process, to repeat after me, and to relax into the knowing that you cannot get it wrong. I will be also giving you 2 rounds of tapping to acknowledge in your own words what is going on for yourself, and that is really where the power and magic lies. But don't worry about that, because that's exactly what we are going to tune into right now. So let's take jointly a deep breath in through our nose and breathe out through the mouth. And as you do, set yourself the intention to relax and to restore. And notice how you are feeling right now. Notice what your dominant negative emotion is that you are feeling. What this emotional pain is that you have been carrying around. And it may be stress, it may be anxiety, it may be worry, it may be fear. And notice where in your body this emotional pain sits. Where does it live? Is it in your head, in your chest, in your stomach, and how does it feel? It may be a tingling sensation, a form of pressure. So how does it feel? Or perhaps you've been carrying around this emotion, this physical pain, which is a result of emotional pain. Perhaps you have been carrying a headache or a neck ache or a shoulder ache. And how does that feel? How would you describe the pain? Is it a dull pain? Is it a sharp pain? Is it as if the entire weight of the world is sitting on your shoulders? So how does it feel? And on an intensity scale between 1 and 10, where 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest, what number would you give this emotional or this physical pain? And you bringing it up right now, I would expect that number to be somewhere around 5 or above. So what number would you give it? Write it down or remember it. We will be coming back to it. So now we have established what is going on for us. Let's start tapping together. Repeat after me and keep breathing deeply so that we breathe through those energy blockages. Starting off on the side of our hand right here. Repeat after me. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, fear and worry in my body, I'm choosing to let them go. One more time. Even though I feel all this stress, anxiety, fear and worry in my body, I am choosing to let them go. And one more time, even though I'm feeling all this stress, anxiety, fear and worry in my body, I am choosing to let them go. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear, all this worry, all this frustration, all this emotional pain that I have been carrying around, all this physical pain that I have been carrying around. All this pain is weighing me down. All this pain is tiring me out. It feels like a heavy dark cloud over me. It's draining me. I can feel it in my body. It's so tough on me. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this pain. And as we now continue to tap together, I want you to choose your own words, to describe in your own words what is going on for you, to describe the emotional pain, the physical pain that is affecting you. Be honest with yourself, keep breathing, and trust the process. Starting up at the beginning of the eyebrows, you choose your own words. Side of the eyes, keep breathing. Underneath the eyes, underneath the nose, chin, collarbone, underneath the armpit, top of the head. You're doing really well. Just keep acknowledging in your own words what is going on. Be as specific as you can and listen to any communication from your body. Keep breathing. One more round. Beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. Well done. And now let's continue together. So again, just repeat after me and keep breathing deeply. Even though I'm feeling all this stress, all this anxiety, all this emotional pain, and all this physical pain. I'm choosing to let them go. I am willing to let everything and anything that hasn't been serving me go. And I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I've been doing the best that I can. And right now, I'm choosing peace. Right now, I am allowing peace and harmony and well-being to flow to me. And right now I am allowing peace, harmony and well-being to flow through me. I am pressing the reset button. And I relax into the knowing that my body knows exactly how to restore itself. Right now I am pressing the reset button. And I relax into the knowing that my emotional well-being knows exactly how to restore itself. In this very moment, all is well. In this very moment, I am well. In this very moment, I'm breathing in all the well-being, health and harmony that I deserve. And I know that I deserve an abundance of it. I can see in my mind's eye how that heavy dark cloud is lifting. How it's dispersing into the nothingness from which it came. I'm breathing in all the peace, harmony, health and well-being that I deserve. And I can feel how every cell in my body is filling itself up. I can feel how every cell in my body is responding to this well-being, to the abundance of health. In this very moment, I feel good. In this very moment, all is well. And I'm proud of myself for being honest with myself. I am so proud of myself to be doing this to me. I'm so proud of myself to be empowering myself in this way. I feel relief. I feel at peace. And I'm taking this feeling of well-being, peace and harmony with me into this day and into every other day to follow. I am choosing love over fear, and so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, I want you to take in a deep breath through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. And just notice how that emotional pain, how that physical pain has shifted. Notice what has changed. Notice how the number of intensity you have given it, the beginning, how it has changed, by how many points it has gone down. Let me know in the comments below how this worked for you. Let me know the shift that you've experienced. You see, emotional freedom technique is a really powerful tool, and you can take your power back within the matter of minutes. When we tap together and get together, however, we're amplifying the benefits and the relief that we are feeling for all of us. So thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for joining in. You have done really well. Thank you for being honest with yourself and for spreading the word about emotional freedom technique by sharing this video, by sharing this recording of this live stream, or by inviting people to join us at these daily live tapping sessions every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST if you are joining us from abroad, at 10 a.m. UK time, or 10 a.m. BST if you are joining us from abroad. So thank you. Let me know in the comments below how you are feeling, what has changed, your experiences with tapping. It would be great to hear from you. Keep tapping, have a great day, and hey, we're another day closer to the end of the lockdown. It looks like that next week most of us are returning back to work, and we will be tapping by the end or until the end of this week, including Friday the 12th of June. You look after yourselves, keep tapping, and I see you all tomorrow right here at the live stream at 10 a.m. or 10 a.m. BST if you are joining us